Hi, I'm Bonnie. I'm a 28-year-old artist, and for the past 3 years, I've been turning my late grandmother's garage into my dream art studio. Every weekend, every spare dollar I had went into that place. New skylights, proper lighting, temperature control for my canvases, custom storage for my supplies. It wasn't just a workspace. It was my sanctuary. My stepfather, Richard, moved in with Mom about 5 years ago. At first, he seemed decent enough. "That's quite the setup you've got out there," Richard said one Sunday, poking his head into the studio. "Must have cost a fortune." "It's an investment in my career," I replied, not looking up from my canvas. "I've got 3 commissions due next month." "Commissions?" He laughed, but it wasn't a friendly sound. "Your mother says you make decent money with this hobby." "It's not a hobby, it's my job." Right. He walked around, touching my brushes, my easels. "Still, seems like a lot of space for one person. I've been thinking about setting up a workshop myself. Maybe we could share?" "The studio's pretty packed as it is, Richard." His smile tightened. "Of course. Your space. I forgot." Mom noticed the tension at dinner that night. "You two getting along okay?" "Fine, sweetheart," Richard said quickly. "Just admiring Bonnie's talent. She's got quite the operation going." "She does," Mom beamed. "Did you know she sold a piece for $5,000 last month?" Richard's fork stopped midway to his mouth. "5,000? For one painting?" "It was a commissioned portrait," I explained. "Took me 3 weeks." 3 weeks. He set down his fork. That's more than I make in 2 months." "Richard's been looking for work," Mom interjected softly. "The construction industry's been slow." "I'm sorry to hear that," I said, meaning it. "I'm sure something will come up." "Yeah." Richard's jaw worked. "Something will come up." The weirdness escalated over the next few months. Richard started making comments about my privileged setup, how some people had to work real jobs while others played with paint. Mom tried to smooth things over, but I could feel the resentment building. Then came last Tuesday. I was at my friend Maya's place when my phone rang. "Bonnie?" It was my neighbor, Mrs. Chen. Her voice shook. "I think you need to come home, right now." "What's wrong? Is Mom okay?" "It's not your mother. It's your studio. Someone's destroying it." My blood went cold. "What? Who?" "I don't know, but I can hear it from my yard. Crashing, banging. I called the police." I broke every speed limit getting there. Police cars were already in the driveway, lights flashing. Mom stood on the front lawn, crying. Richard sat in the back of a patrol car, his face blank. "Mom!" I ran to her. "What happened?" "I don't know," she sobbed. "I was at the grocery store. When I got back, the police were here and Richard was, oh God, Bonnie, your studio." I didn't wait. I ran to the backyard. The studio was destroyed, completely, utterly destroyed. Canvases slashed, easels smashed. My kiln, the kiln I'd saved for 2 years to buy, shattered into pieces. Paint splattered everywhere like a crime scene. 3 years of work, gone. "Ma'am, you can't go in there," an officer called. "It's an active scene." "This is my studio, what happened?" Officer Martinez walked over, his expression grim. "Your stepfather happened. We got the call about 20 minutes ago. When we arrived, he was still at it with a sledgehammer." "A sledgehammer?" My legs felt weak. "We have him in custody, but there's something else you need to see." He pulled out his phone, showing me footage. "Your security camera kept recording." I'd installed cameras 6 months ago after some neighborhood break-ins. Now I watched in horror as Richard systematically destroyed everything I'd built. But what made my stomach turn was his face. He was smiling, genuinely, widely smiling as he swung that sledgehammer into my work, my dreams, my life. Each impact seemed to bring him joy. "We're going to need a statement," Officer Martinez said quietly. "This is destruction of property, possibly criminal mischief. Given the value of what was destroyed, it's a felony." Maya appeared beside me, her face pale. She'd followed me from her place. "Bonnie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." "Did you see his face?" I whispered, unable to look away from the footage. He enjoyed it, Maya. He was happy. He's sick. This is sick. Mom approached, still crying. Bonnie, please. He didn't mean to what? I turned on her. Didn't mean to smile while destroying 3 years of my work? It's right there, Mom, on video. He's been under so much stress. I don't care, my voice cracked. Look what he did. Officer Martinez stepped between us. Mrs. Foster, I need you to step back. Bonnie, are you ready to give your statement? I looked at the ruins of my studio, at Richard sitting calmly in the police car, at my mother choosing him over the evidence of his cruelty. Yeah, I said, my voice hardening. I'm ready. The next morning, Maya brought coffee to my apartment. I'd refused to stay at Mom's. I called my brother Jake. He's a lawyer now. He'll help. Maya, I can't afford. He owes me. I also took photos yesterday before police finished. I scrolled through her photos, each a gut punch. The Morrison Commission, due next week. Can you tell them? And say what? My stepfather destroyed your dead daughter's memorial portrait because he's jealous? My phone buzzed. Mom, don't answer, Maya advised. I answered. What, Mom? Bonnie, please come home. We need to talk. Talk about what? Richard's agreed to pay for damages. He's sorry. He had a breakdown. A breakdown? Mom, he was smiling. The video's been taken out of context. How do you take a smile out of context? He loves you. We're a family. No, you married him. That makes him your problem. I hung up. Maya squeezed my shoulder. You did the right thing. Mrs. Chen knocked at noon, carrying casserole and a folder. Sweetie, I brought food and something else. She showed me printed screenshots. My security cameras caught Richard before he went in your studio. What do you mean? He sat in his car for 20 minutes, just staring. Then he got the sledgehammer from his trunk. He brought it with him, Bonnie, and stood outside for another 5 minutes. My hands trembled. This was planned. Completely. Then he smiled, took a deep breath, and went in. I'm giving these to police and your lawyer. This wasn't a breakdown. This was premeditated. After Mrs. Chen left, I called the Morrison family. Mrs. Morrison, bad news about your commission. Oh no, is everything all right? I explained everything, voice cracking. I'm so sorry. I'll refund your deposit immediately. Bonnie, stop. First, are you okay? Not really. Then that's what matters. The portrait can wait. We'll wait. But the memorial service can happen without it. My daughter's memory doesn't depend on a painting. You focus on healing. We'll be here when you're ready. I started crying. Thank you so much. And Bonnie, nail that bastard to the wall. Jake showed up that evening, briefcase in hand. Baby sister says you need representation. Tell me everything. I walked him through it. The tension, Richard's comments, the destruction, the video. And your mother's defending him? She wants me to forgive him. Is he sorry? Jake watched the security footage, expression darkening. That's not sorry, that's triumphant. Bonnie, this is serious. Felony criminal mischief. What was the total loss? Equipment, supplies, completed work, 70,000, maybe more. He whistled. Definitely felony territory. The DA prosecutes criminal. We're filing civil. You're going to own everything that man has. I just want him to face consequences. He will. Trust me. The premeditation Mrs. Chen documented? Gold. The smile? That shows malice. No jury would sympathize. Mom says I'm tearing the family apart. Jake looked up sharply. Your stepfather tore it apart with a sledgehammer. You're making sure he's held accountable. There's a difference. Maya nodded. What do you need? Every piece of documentation. Photos, videos, receipts, proof of lost commissions. Statements from neighbors, clients. We're building an airtight case. My phone rang. Mom. Answer it, Jake advised. Speaker. Hello? Bonnie, Richard wants to apologize properly. I don't want to hear it. Please, he's devastated. Devastated? My voice rose. You know what, Mom? Put him on. Shuffling, then Richard's voice. Bonnie, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. You were smiling, Richard. Silence. The video shows you smiling, so tell me, what part was you not knowing what came over you? I wasn't in my right mind. Bull. Mrs. Chen's footage shows you sitting in your car, planning. You brought the sledgehammer. This wasn't a breakdown. This was revenge. Revenge for what? His voice turned defensive. For being made to feel worthless in my own home? Your own home? That's Mom's house. My grandmother's house. That I pay rent for. And that gives you the right to destroy my property? Jake was writing furiously. I'll pay you back. You can't pay back 3 years of work. You can't pay back my reputation. I'll make it right. No, you won't. You're going to face consequences. Criminal charges, civil suit, all of it. You'd really send me to jail? In a heartbeat. I hung up. Jake was grinning. Perfect. He admitted revenge, his ego. That's motive. The threat to make you feel worthless? Pattern of intimidation. I'm doing this, I said. I'm really doing this. Damn right you are, Maya said. And we're with you every step. The preliminary hearing was set for 2 weeks later. Mom called every day. I ignored most calls. On the hearing day, she cornered me outside the courthouse. Bonnie, please don't do this. Mom, get out of my way. He could go to prison. Is that what you want? Yes, that's exactly what I want. How can you be so cold? I stopped, faced her fully. Cold? You watched that video and still defended him. You chose him over me. I didn't choose. Yes, you did. You saw what he did and asked me to forgive him. Families forgive each other. Families don't destroy each other. He didn't accidentally break something. He smiled while destroying everything I worked for. He made a mistake. Stop calling it a mistake. This was intentional. Malicious. Jake appeared. Mrs. Foster, step away from my client. She's my daughter. And she asked you to leave. Continue this and I'll file for a restraining order. Mom fled. Inside, Richard sat with his public defender. When our eyes met, I saw that flash of anger. Prosecutor Ellen Rodriguez presented efficiently. Videos, photos, testimonies, 73,000 in damages. Your Honor, this wasn't passion, Ellen argued. Mr. Foster planned this. He brought a sledgehammer from off-site. Security shows him sitting in his car 20 minutes, then standing outside 5 more minutes, then 30 minutes of systematic destruction while smiling. This is calculated malice. Richard's defender mentioned mental health, but the judge dismissed it. If your client had a crisis, why didn't he seek help? Why was he lucid enough to plan and target valuable items? Your Honor, no prior record. 73,000 in damages, counselor. Bail is 50,000. Trial in 60 days. Richard went white. 50,000? I don't have that. Then you'll remain in custody. This is insane, Richard stood. She's ruining my life over paintings. Mr. Foster, sit down, the judge warned. She's vindictive, always jealous her mother chose me. Mr. Foster, this is revenge, pure revenge. Bailiffs moved toward him. You want revenge? Richard's voice went cold, eyes locked on mine. You think this is over? When I get out? Enough! The judge slammed her gavel. You're now charged with intimidating a witness. Remove him. They dragged Richard away, screaming. This isn't over, Bonnie. You hear me? Mom sobbed in back. She stumbled toward me. Look what you've done. What I've done? You heard him threaten me. He's upset. You're sending him to jail. He threatened a witness in court. He did that to himself. Ellen stepped forward. Ma'am, leave. Now. She's my daughter. And you're harassing a victim. Mom left with a look of betrayal. Jake touched my shoulder. You okay? He threatened me in front of a judge. Entitled people think they're above consequences, Ellen said. That outburst added years to his sentence. Good. We prepare for trial. With this and our evidence, expect a plea deal. If not, we show that video to a jury. Outside, Maya and Mrs. Chen waited. How'd it go? Maya asked. He threatened me in court, another charge. Mrs. Chen hugged me. That man is a fool. You did right, sweetie. My mom doesn't think so. Your mother chose blindness. That's on her. Jake closed his briefcase. Now we wait for trial. and start rebuilding. Rebuilding? Your studio, your career, your life? You're not letting him win. The trial came fast. Richard refused the plea deal. He wants his day in court, Ellen told me. Thinks he can convince a jury he was justified. The jury took 4 hours to convict on all counts. 5 years. Parole possible after 3. Mom didn't attend sentencing. She'd moved 2 states away with Richard's sister. But Richard kept calling from jail, leaving messages. Bonnie, please, I need to explain. I'm sorry. I was wrong, jealous, stupid. Please talk to me. I'll spend my life making this up. Please. I saved every message for civil trial. Jake presented them with contempt. Mr. Foster claims remorse. But look at the timeline. 20 minutes planning in his car, 5 minutes preparing outside, 30 minutes smiling while destroying everything. Threatens her in court. Only now, facing consequences, does he claim sorry. That's not remorse. That's regret he got caught. The civil jury awarded $200,000, triple my request, including punitive damages. Richard would pay me for life. Mrs. Morrison called after the verdict. I saw the news. You did it. I did. Thank you for believing in me. Are you rebuilding? I looked around my new downtown studio, smaller but completely mine. I already am. Actually, if you're still interested, I'd like to paint your daughter's portrait. No charge. I heard her crying. We'd love that. Thank you, Bonnie. Maya helped hang my first new painting, a phoenix rising from ashes. 2 on the nose? I asked. Absolutely. I love it. I'm proud of you. For what? For fighting back. For not letting him win. For not letting your mom guilt you. I lost my mom. No, your mom chose to lose you. There's a difference. Jake stopped by with papers. Garnishment order went through. Every paycheck for 20 years goes partially to you. He filed an appeal. Denied. Another letter, by the way. He held up an envelope. I scanned it. More apologies, excuses, pleas for forgiveness. He says jail changed him. Says if I give him another chance. What are you going to do? Maya asked. I dropped it in the trash. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My phone rang. Unknown number. Bonnie Harper? Jennifer Cole from Westbrook Gallery. I saw your case coverage. Your Phoenix piece resonated. Interested in a showing? My hand shook. A showing? We'd like to feature your work. The publicity increased your visibility tremendously. I looked at Maya, Jake, my small studio. Yes, very interested. Maya whooped. A gallery showing, that's huge. Mrs. Chen knocked casserole in hand. Celebrating? We filled her in. She hugged me. I knew you'd come back stronger. I don't feel stronger. I feel tired. Strength isn't not feeling tired, sweetie. It's keeping going when you are. The showing was set for 3 months out. Richard wrote twice more. I burned both unread. Mom called once, 6 months post-trial. Bonnie? It's Mom. I know. Silence. I'm leaving Richard, filing for divorce. Good for you. I was wrong. I chose him over you. I'm so sorry. Part of me wanted to forgive her, but the part forged in my destroyed studio's ashes knew better. I appreciate the apology, but I'm not ready to forgive. Maybe someday. Not now. Can we at least talk sometimes? Maybe. Someday. Not now. I hung up. It hurt, but it was the right hurt. The gallery showing succeeded. I sold everything, including the Phoenix for $15,000. Standing there, surrounded by people admiring my work, I felt something I hadn't since before. Peace. Richard would spend 3 years in prison, then life paying me back. Mom was gone, choosing too late. But I had Maya, Mrs. Chen, Jake, my art, my studio, my future. Richard had nothing but regrets and debts. Sometimes revenge isn't getting even. It's building something so beautiful from the ruins that the person who destroyed you can only watch from behind bars as you succeed without them. That's the best revenge of all. Have you ever faced someone who tried to destroy your dreams out of jealousy? How did you respond? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories about overcoming betrayal and finding justice.